Only took 6 weeks to get here, but we finally got what we need for the Element comp box. And we're back, and today this video is about these things, direct from Poland. This is a box from Artful Dodgers. It took a really long time to get these. I ordered them about 5 weeks ago. I'm going to say 6 weeks ago. I ordered them within a couple weeks after getting this truck, and this is what it's needed. They're the only ones that were available at the time, and let's take a look at what's inside. It's from Artful Dodgers. Like I said, they are in Poland, and we have the brass knuckle covers for the Element comp box, which this is what this truck has been needing, is some weight up front. Now, I have been running this truck quite a bit. Some of you who caught my first video know I broke it. Some of you who have watched my second video, I explained that it was running fine, everything's good. Just because it broke once doesn't mean it's, you know, a bad truck. And I've been running it a few times since, and I actually like the way it performs, but the truck needs forward weight. And you could do that by getting wheel weights, but I don't like adding rotating mass to my RC cars of any kind. So we decided to go with these, and I've just been patiently waiting. So these are the Artful Dodgers knuckle weights. You can see they have the little logo, little foxes on them. The machining looks pretty decent. It's supposed to look like that. They did that on purpose. But you can tell it's not perfect. They like chamfered the edges, but yet they're still sharp. Like could slice you sharp. But they are pretty nice pieces. They're pretty sharp all the way around, all the edges, so you want to be careful with these if you pick up a set. Especially if you're going to grab your truck real quick, it might grab your knuckle or something by the wheel. But yeah, so this video is going to be about just installing these, and if they're worth the wait of getting them here. I don't quite remember the cost on them. I will post that up on the screen above, what I paid for them. They didn't seem to be terribly bad compared to what the Vanquish ones that are like $90. So these ones were cheaper than that, shipped all the way from Poland, but it took what felt like an eternity to get here. And unfortunately, we right now are dealing with weather issues. So we're not going to be able to run this right away. But I do want to check the fit and finish, make sure it clears the wheels. And they should go on really easy. Seems how they're just the outside knuckle cover, outside portal cover, whichever you want to say. So it should go pretty fast. So like I was saying, this truck has been doing pretty well. I like it. Like I did say in my build video though, is I would recommend this to anybody to build because the fit and finish was good. It's a decent build. I mean, not everybody's into the Vanquish or the Axial Pro. You know, somebody might be into this. I've seen a few of them out there. I don't watch too many videos on what their thoughts are, though, to be honest with you. This should be a real easy swap. Shouldn't take but a couple minutes. Let's pop that out. Got to get the bearings out. It might be the only thing. Bearing fits nice, not too loose. Trying to get the one out of where you can't push it from the back side. There we go, it's coming. It's probably really noisy. Hold on one second. Okay, we're back. Sorry if there was a lot of noise at the first of the video. If it didn't get canceled out, I apologize. It was my fish pond aquarium pump going. Making all kinds of racket. Now I'm curious if they're going to do a straight axle version of this. I know everything that Element is doing right now is all about the portals. But yeah, I'm really curious if they're going to do a straight axle. Or if you already have some straight axles and you don't want portals on it, you could try that. I don't have too much experience with the straight axle truck. Actually, I don't know if we've had one. We had the IFS truck. That's that. All screwed on. Looks like it clears everything. Now let's put the wheel and the hex on and see if it clears the... Make sure the inside of the wheel clears everything. I'm running Vanquish wheels, which is going to be a very common wheel a lot of people run. I'm sure everything, oh yeah, there's plenty of clearance. Even if you run a narrower hub, looks like that Vanquish wheel would fit right inside there. No rubbing, it looks like no rubbing. The top might be an issue. But yeah, so we got that weight on there. It's going to make this truck awesome, I bet. I don't know if it's going to be able to beat VRD Carbon. I was hoping to do a head-to-head, but it's hard to do a head-to-head comparison between the two. You know, running some lines where I like to go. It'd be hard to do a head-to-head without having the front weight. The advantage to the VRD Carbon is that it climbs really well. This truck, because there's no weight up front, I felt like it was being hampered by the fact that it didn't have any brass. I was going to do a running video in this, or running footage in this video, because this is a very short, quick, easy install. The reason I wanted to do that is to get a good baseline of how it compared to it with no weight. But because it took so long for them to get here, unfortunately, we are already experiencing very cold temperatures, and we've had our first snow already, and as we speak right now, a storm is moving in and we should have snow in the morning, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to run this, unfortunately. I might have to take a drive further south in Utah here and see if we can find a place to run this so we can get an idea, which sounds like a plan to me. We could use a little getaway. I will list the weight of these knuckles on the screen to tell you how much they weigh, to give any of you guys an idea of how many grams these things are. I'm also running the Trail brass diff cover, and I'm running that simply because I didn't have any weight to begin with, and that was something that I could get that would fit right on this axle. So that there was a little weight added to it, just not much. These are the Vanquish Dark Earth wheels. The color, they went pretty good with the kind of bronze color scheme of this truck. Probably will swap them out later with something else, but that's what we had. Okay, there we have the brass. No rubbing, not even anywhere close. You could definitely run a narrower hub. I'm trying to think of what these are. These look like 350s. So you could easily run a 225, narrow it up, and it'd sit in quite narrow. It's one thing I really like about this truck is it just, the way it articulates through some of the obstacles I've tried, it seems so much more stable, you know, compared to lifting tires and teetering on some of the other trucks. Now for competition, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but this truck seems to have really good supple flex. But I do also notice that the truck has a tendency to stay leaned to one side or the other sometimes. That's because of the lay down of the shocks, and that's also why it articulates good. But in some of the places that I've crawled, I actually like that. So it's hard to tell because I got my welding table up here. But I think I showed in my first video, it's a little wider with the same hubs. So the Comfox is just a little bit wider. You can see the lay down of the shocks on this truck compared to the VRD is drastically different. And actually this is more common in some of the custom builds I've seen, but this thing climbs so good. But having the shock standing up more makes this truck a lot more stable. I don't know if this is a good comparison or not, but let's see. Yeah, the Comfox has a lot more in it before it starts lifting tire. That's just probably the orientation of, I'm sure, the shocks, the way that they're laid down. This thing climbs excellent. This one does not, but we didn't have weight on it. So anyway, guys, hopefully we will be able to get some good running here soon. Hopefully the weather won't be too terrible. Okay guys, I hope you liked this video. It was just a brief update on the Comfox and what we're doing to it. You need some knuckles or some brass weights. Artful Dodgers is the only one that has them. They may be in and out of stock, so keep an eye out on their website. They do have also other servo mounts and battery mounts and etc. for this truck specifically. So if you're looking for some more items, you could pick that up there. Okay, please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Remember, always shop at your local hobby shop, unless in this case you can only get it from Poland.